Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel. Another European campaign gets underway for Scotland tomorrow as they take on Cyprus at Hampden Park. I will be there as I'm amongst the 50,000 that will be at Hampden Park tomorrow, and very, very much confidence will be high, especially with only losing 2 games in 2022. What will 2023 bring for the Scots? Well, we shall find out. I'm delighted to say that I've been joined by 2 fabulous guests, and safe to say, I think they'll be on high spirits as well. Mr. Connor Whitelaw in the Kilmarnock corner, because I know he supports Kilmarnock. How are you, Connor?
Well, when it comes to Scotland, I'm great. When it comes to Kilmarnock, I'm absolutely shite.
No, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure for you to take time out on your lunch break that you are as well, and to come on as well. And of course, in the Rangers corner, we have Mr. Reese Russell. How are you, Reese?
I'm not too bad, thanks. I'm not too bad. It's a peaceful day.
Good stuff. By the way, guys, there is a poll in the chat. Please do go and vote because there is a vote going on in the chat. It's basically, with Craig Gordon being out injured, who starts in goal tomorrow. So please do vote, and we will announce the winner at the end. So let me just say hello to a few people, because I did see some of you in here. James says, even if Douglas can't stay, we'll be taking a few days break from popping in the chat. After hearing the news today, I'm not in a great place at the moment. Just thought I'd let you know first. And then I obviously asked, sorry to hear James' thoughts with you, mate. And he said, cheers, Douglas, just as FFP news has just hit me bad. Yeah, I can imagine. I can definitely imagine. Also, it's not mainly anger I'm going through at the moment with this, and I don't want to take out on anyone in the chat and anyone on the screen. That's absolutely fair, mate. That is absolutely fair. So do take care, my friend, and enjoy the stream, guys. Take care. Jan LC says, come on, France today. Le Bleu, Ali. Bad luck from Michael's Finland. Hope Scotland qualify after failure to qualify for the World Cup. Yes, absolutely. So, it is Scotland against Cyprus tomorrow, gents. Now, before the game, there was a bit of news. Mr. Steve Clarke has signed a new contract until 2026. Now, this is met with mixed reaction, which I'm trying to work out. Connor, happy with the news that Steve Clarke is staying until 2026?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I mean, I could tell by Reese's face he's probably going to be on the opposite side playing devil's advocate on this matter. But for me, it just looks at something where we've had our best run of – I mean, I feel like there's no reason to fire a manager after the 2022 he had. We only lost twice, and going into this really important string of games that we have now going in for these, the European Championship qualifiers against Cyprus. Then we have some, a tough game in Spain later on, and then we're going to continue to have. It's not going to be a difficult run, but it's a run that I feel like we have the potential to do well with. Because then we go, we have Norway, which, we'll see how that goes. We'll probably see Holland in that game against us. And then we have Georgia, I feel like is an easily. This is a European qual. This is a group that I feel we can get out of. And I don't think the right move is to get rid of a coach who really has a great understanding with these players and is coming off of a very hot 2022. I can see why there are people like Reese who are hesitant, because we have been critical of Clarke in the past in games for a mixture of favoritism with some bad tactical plans where we've seen players, I know Reese and I have talked about in the past, players that we felt who should have been not only called up to play for Scotland, but who should have played matches as well. And that's, I think, been his biggest criticism, is he will not call up certain players or is hesitant to do that over players he plays favorites. It's a well-known thing that he has played favorites during his tenure, but I don't think now is the time to do it. I think if we have a bad run and say we lose to, if we were to have had a bad 2022, we didn't qualify for the European Championship last time, fair enough, especially with how bad the favoritism has been. But I think we're starting to see him maybe take a turn, calling up some more players that I know Reese and I both agree we want in these squads when we have international competitions and international friendlies. He started to put in more and more guys who we've been sitting going, why haven't they been arriving? So I can see from Reese's point of view why he disagrees, because there has definitely been favorites And we've definitely called him out on some bad tactics that have cost us games before. So I understand that side. But for me, I think this was the best decision going forward. I'm happy to see him stay till the end of 2026.
Yeah, Reese, what's your reaction to Steve Clarke signing a contract?
I'm not entirely against it, but Connor's just reiterated my concerns. Is like I was calling out for it. Funnily enough, a lot of the times on our funnily enough, we've done previous shows before, and the one thing I always criticize about is why the fuck does he not give Ryan Gauld a call up? I don't care about Ryan Christie. I don't care about Ryan Fraser. I don't care about Armstrong. I don't give a shit about Callum McGregor.
Ryan Gauld should have been called up a long time ago.
Just notice the pattern I'm running through Celtic players or anyone related to Celtic. Like, I don't get why Ryan Gauld has never once been given a fair opportunity to get a call when he's arguably Scotland's best number 10.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know what he needs to do.
when you put him in a 10 position, he's arguably our best player. Creative wise, goals wise, he's actually the most effective player. Why he doesn't get a call up, I actually don't know. He should have been in like the team. Now, obviously, Callum McGregor, from a defensive standpoint, I would have him in the team all day long because I actually like how he distributes the ball. Ryan Christie has done really well since he went out to Bournemouth. Like, he's a really good player, but like, it's still embarrassing that you would have Tom Kearney or who's another one that's nice enough to mention without being harsh.
I feel like someone like Stuart Armstrong. I don't know if I'd bring in Stuart Armstrong, honestly.
He's been in the team way too long, and he's like Robert Snodgrass. He just needs to stay fit for 2 weeks and he gets in the team. Like, that's not enough for me to get in our team. We aren't the best footballing nation in the world. Like, we're a proud mental nation. We celebrate if we get a fucking corner. That's how inventive a nation we are. But
Ryan Gauld got 2 assists in the CONCACAF Champions League in one game.
Exactly.
One game he's played in the CONCACAF Champions League for them. He got 2 assists in the game.
Exactly. That's my point. Like, he's so effective in these games where we really do need a number 10. And he's been the worst thing as well, though, and Ryan Gauld, funnily enough, is actually in the squad. There's one thing that really does my head in is he's in the squad at the wrong time now. I've backed this guy for so long to be in the team.
Was it Billy?
There's one problem. We used to play a system that benefited a number 10. We used to play a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-1-2. We're now playing a 3-4-3. Ryan Gould's only position in professional football is the number 10. He's completely fucked it. So
can I input on something that I've thought of with this?
I'm not playing him in the wing. I'm not sacrificing position.
No, I'm not asking for the wing. I'm not asking for the wing. Do you think there's potential to put him as a false 9 at the striker? Say that you have it, because I mean, right now we have Dykes, Adams, and Brown. I don't like Brown up front. I like Che, and I've always liked Lyndon Dykes. I think he's a decent player, but I feel like there's potential if we want to play Ryan Gauld. Obviously, we're probably going to have to go back to the 3-4-2-1. Like it's just or the 3-4-1-2. It's going to be what it has to be to get him in that number 10 position. But there's also potential to possibly put him as a false 9, because if you do that, we have the midfielders that can possibly overlap and move forward that can shoot. Billy Gilmore can shoot. We know that. Ryan Christie can shoot. We know that. Ryan Jack can shoot. We know that. John McGinn has a foot. When John McGinn's on his day, he can hit anything. Is there potential possibly, if you want to get Ryan Gauld in this team with the new setup that's going down, is it going to have to be where we're going to hope that he gets in as a false 9 or going in to replace someone like a Che Adams, going in or maybe be there instead of Jacob Brown to be someone who goes up front? Because I know you don't want him on the wing, and I don't want him on the wing either. But with how he plays, that might be the only spot he can get into.
I think our only alternative is we aren't realistically, when you think about it in our team, like Mikey, we've literally just lost one of our best wing prospects to Ireland. We've just lost Mikey Johnson. Yeah, which is a massive issue for us. So I think going forward, we need to abandon wingers. Like, we don't have a plethora of good wingers anymore. I would stop it.
We have Stuart Armstrong.
That's what I said. Like, a plethora of good wingers. We don't have them. I think now's the time where Steve Clarke makes it bold. He takes a risk.
Yeah.
I know a lot of Scotland fans are maybe going to argue with me about this, but I would rather right now Steve Clarke goes, right, guys, we already are a very good defensive unit. We already build up well. We're going to play nice and narrow. We're going to play a 4-4-2 diamond. We're going to play Callum McGregor's the defensive midfielder. We're going to play Ryan Christie and John McGinn in the 2 wide positions, and we're going to play Ryan Gauld in the 10, and then up front we're going to play Lyndon Dykes and we're going to play Che Adams.
Yeah,
it's the only option.
Yeah.
And another thing
I
as
had
well.
one substitution I'd put instead that I've
one
just
other thing.
been massively impressed with.
There's one other thing. I'll let you come to that in a second. There's one other thing. One of Kieran Tierney or Andy Robertson must be dropped going forward. We've got 2 players for those positions. We don't need to play both. We are blessed for the first time in my entire lifetime. We are blessed with Ralston as a good right back. Robertson and Tierney are good for the left backs. We can easily switch to a 3-4-3 as we've been doing really well lately and play them in positions. But we should be playing Tierney or Robertson, makeshift left-sided centre back and left centre back. That's one of my few criticisms I've got Steve Clarke, is he picks those 2 because he cannot seem to play this team without them. Be bold. Like, there's no harm in that. I like some of the risks he's done. Like the fact that he got us close to the World Cup as well. We were very close. We got in the sense that we did get absolutely ruined by Ukraine. But I did say before the Ukraine game that Ukraine would be on a high from the situation that was going on in their own country. They'll use that as motivation, and there's going to be one team that takes the situation completely out of their mindset and they don't play the game. We didn't. We did not play Ukraine the way we should have played, and we got beat for it. And notice how Wales got to the World Cup, because Wales didn't give a damn.
Yeah, exactly. I think
I'm happy Wales did get to the World Cup because it helped the US get through.
Same here. My mum wanted to switch off because it's a little bitch.
Sorry. I thought I was happy with the news. Because I think we have seen a lot of improvement over the last 12 months, or even 18 months. He's obviously got us to the Euros. He's been our best manager for a long, long time. Yes, I know we've had some very, very bad results in the past, but he gives you a bit of confidence going forward. And I think this is a winnable. I wouldn't say a winnable group, but it's definitely a group I can see us qualifying from. Definitely. Let me go into the live chat.
Can I just give a shout out to Queen Mouse for that beautiful comment? How do I suit every single colour I wear? I wish I knew. Darling.
I have to disagree.
I just have that, that.
I would say my biggest problem is the one thing, if you look at it, is, and I think it's a mix of the fact that I don't think he has a choice, but I think he also has a choice in some of it, is how old our squad is. He has a hesitancy to get rid of the old guard that has gone through, and we see it with especially like our goalies. Fine, we're not blessed with a lot of goalie talent. We're not blessed with a lot of goalie talent, but
that's my compliment.
Our midfield does my head in, because you're seeing Stuart Armstrong, who I don't think should be there. You see Kenny McLean, who I don't know if he should be there. And they're both 30 and 31.
Kenny McLean hasn't done anything of substance.
Absolutely. And I will say the one thing that I disagree that I would actually do as a substitution if we were to try and go younger is I'd take Ryan Christie out, and a person who's really, really impressed me recently. If Ryan Christie needs to come off, and we need somebody in that spot instead of Ryan.
Oh, thank God! I thought you said not starting. I was like, I would start Ryan Christie every day.
65th minute, we need Ryan Christie to come off because he's on a yellow, or he's just not available for that break. Lewis Ferguson.
Good evening, Maisie.
He's been fantastic with Bologna, and Lewis Ferguson's the one that I would want in that spot. I think he's been brilliant.
I'm not sure if Ferguson's ready, even though he's doing really well in Italy. I'm not sure he's ready.
I feel like against Cyprus, I feel you know who I would have him play against? If we were to do, hey, let's try out some things and see if these guys are ready, I'd do it against Georgia. I feel like Georgia's a good opportunity to put in Lewis Ferguson and have maybe a midfield of, if we're doing the 4-4-2 diamond, of Lewis Ferguson, Billy Gilmore, and Ryan Gauld up front in the 10.
Let me just
a young midfield that sees, can we do this going forward?
Let Doug go, he's on a bounce.
We're just going into the live chat. Good evening, Maisie. Hope you were well, my friend. Should be a win for Scotland. There's never an easy game in an international tournament, Maisie. Let me just say that. There's never easy. Maloney managed in the dugout for the international break certainly is. He's through every colour. He was. Hope he has. I'm not talking about bloody club football at the moment. Sorry, just no. Evening, Hella. I can't see Scotland losing this. Norway, on the other hand, Yeah, we'll come to the group. We'll come to the group because I do want to speak
will
about.
shock you guys.
I do want to speak about it. Maisie says hello to Hella. Norway of Spain tomorrow. Maisie, Holland and Odegaard. All Scottish Celtic players should be called up. Sarloff and Berg. Did Gilmore get called up or is he injured? Well, I will actually look. Let's actually have a look at the squad. Actually, so apologies. You are going to go. You are going to go off the screen very, very briefly, but here is the Scotland squad. So when I look at it, yes, you can say that it is tried and tested, but there are a few sort of new names in there, and obviously one of them is Hyam from Blackburn. Now he's had a very, very good season for Blackburn. Ryan Porteous is in as well, which is quite interesting. I don't think you would have seen him if he was at Hibs, and that's not being too harsh on Hibernian fans. But
you would have seen him sooner if the bugger came to Rangers.
But yeah, I mean, the only worry for me, Connor, when I look at the squad, strikers. We are lacking a striker, aren't we?
Absolutely. It's Che Adams and Lyndon Dykes. I love the bloke, but I feel like he's not been great for Scotland recently.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm really worried about that midfield. I don't get why Kenny McLean is there. I really don't. That more than anything, I mean Stuart Armstrong as well. I feel like those two. If you look at those two, and I just kind of shake my head because the one place I feel like we actually have the most depth is at midfield, but a lot of our midfield depth is being pushed to the side and not called up in favoritism of the old guard, who's being consistently favorited, and is being that. It's what we said. Clark plays favorites, and we can see it in the midfield.
It's like it basically cancels my point of playing a number 10 because again he's not in the team. There's no Ryan Gauld. The only number 10 in there, natural number 10, is Ryan Christie, and Ryan Christie isn't going to last 90 minutes. This again proves my concerns about. This again proves my mixed concern about Stuart Clarke as our head coach. Like, if he gets to stay in the job, no problem. And he's picking some good players. I mean, Patterson, obviously, I miss him playing for Rangers. I would have had him in the team over Tavernier all day long, even though Tavernier scores goals for fun. Like, I think Patterson defends. I think Patterson's a better defender. Aaron Hickey, brilliant right wing back. So that's right back. Sorry, Tierney, for all his injury concerns, he's still a brilliant progressor. Him and Andy Robertson, brilliant left backs. That gives us cover there. Our centre backs, like Liam Cooper, Grant Hanley. Like, I'm going to say this live on screen, and I'm just going to say this now. How much nudes of Steve Clarke do they have? Like,
about a couple dozen.
How does Grant Hanley and Liam Cooper still get in this team? Like, Jack Hendry, I understand. I mean, he has to suffer Scott Parker. I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Hendry is obviously one of those ones that's obviously missing out because I think he pulled up with an injury. And obviously, the Hyam is in there.
It's Grant Hanley and Liam Cooper. It's favoritism of the old guard who went to the European Championship with Scotland. They were two of our biggest. There were two center backs for that, so they were.
It's
going to take a lot to get them to get out the team.
I'm just really concerned with some of these players. Like, some of them are worthy mentions. I mean, Maisie in the comments is completely accurate, even though I know she's joking. Wouldn't be a Scotland squad without McTominay. She's not wrong. Like, he always gets in the team.
Yeah.
Like, McTominay could play shite for a full season. He still gets picked for Scotland, which isn't fair.
One thing I saw that kind of makes me puke though is Jan saying that we need McBurney back on this freaking side.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't care how he does I don't care how he does for Sheffield. He is always diabolical.
No way am I having Ollie McBurney back in this. No way am I having Ollie McBurney back.
There's one name. Actually, I want to respond to Maisie's question as well, actually, if you don't mind. But there is one other player, funnily enough, apart from Ryan Gauld, I would have in this team, right? I don't think you guys will agree, but I would actually have Oliver Burke back in the Scotland squad. I know it's been a while.
No, I'd actually get behind that. He's been transformed this last year. I actually would agree with that.
Has been a long time since he's been in the Scotland squad, and he isn't a striker. He's a centre forward. But initially, we could use him as a centre forward. Yeah, we could use him as centre forward off the striker. I mean, that benefits.
Have him drop right behind Che Adams.
Simone Inzaghi out. Hello. Scotland over England. Absolutely correct answer. Looking forward to Kilts in Oslo. Been a while.
Fans to come at us now.
I know. That's your compliment of the day. That England equals no trophies. I'm not sure what to make of the squad. Scotland needs a better striker for me. McGinn really dictates a midfield role. 100%. Wouldn't be a Scotland squad without McTominay. To be honest, I say 90% of international football is based on favouritism. Yeah, absolutely.
Correct.
Let's be real. Who's better than Clark? Who's about? That is very true.
There's only one name. There's only one man I'd have in the Scotland squad, and I've said it quite a few times. The only manager I give the Scotland job to is David Moyes.
Yeah,
he's the only one I'd actually give it to. I don't think there's anyone else really that.
Siobhan Despois has said he's just joined. He's going for a 3-1 Scotland win, and I knew that would. I knew Maisie would say wrong answer.
She's got fired.
But guys, obviously, if you have joined late, there is a poll going on in the chat. This is the next bit we are actually going to speak about because
we need to.
Yeah. I didn't really want to be asking this question, but I'll start with you, Reese. Who starts in goal tomorrow?
Zander Clark.
Zander Clark?
Yeah. For me, Angus Gunn is in the squad purely based on merit. He's having a good season in the Championship. But for me, he's not... I wouldn't start him just yet. I think you have to play it safe. You have to play it smart. First game of the tournament, well, the qualifying stage of the tournament, we should realistically use our experienced goalkeeper, and we should go with Zander Clark in that sense. Liam Kelly, ex-Rangers goalkeeper, obviously, ex-Rangers Academy, he's at Livingston, decent goalkeeper. He's not ready either, in my opinion, but he's in the squad also based on merit. I think the right thing to do is what Scotland have actually done really well the past decade, actually, to be fair. We've done really well in terms of experienced goalkeepers. Is we use the experienced goalkeepers to start off, and if they actually do continue to play well and in good form, we should stick. Also, good examples being David Marshall, Alan McGregor, who was briefly in and out of the squad, obviously due to his incident in 2008, which was his own bloody fault. And obviously that broke my heart, so did Barry Ferguson, wanker. And two of my all-time favourite Rangers players, and I'm calling them wankers, that says a lot. And obviously Craig Gordon as well. They've all been fantastic servants, but the one thing they've all got their key is experience, and not just international football as well, but club level. Zander Clark completely trumps them for experience. I think realistically, Zander Clark, if he has a bad game against Cyprus, which it can still happen, but I hope it doesn't. If he does have a bad game, then he should be at least given a chance against Spain to redeem himself. If he doesn't, and we really are in a bad flow, then I'm putting Angus Gunn in goal. But I am not thinking purely in the sense of we should just stick the young guy in straight away thinking it's going to work. It doesn't always work. I would rather we go with Zander Clark to start with and just be on the safe side.
Yeah. Connor, what about you?
Well, first of all, it's not the young lad. He's 27. It's like freaking Jesse Lingard, where we kept calling him the young and up-and-coming prospect until he was 28.
Angus Gunn is a young goalkeeper, to be fair. He's young in terms of experience.
Goalkeeper terms,
hardly any.
I would honestly say I would go with Angus Gunn. I think when going with the experience, for me, it's games like this and games like Georgia where I see opportunities for us to try games with players that are starting to break in, and we're trying to test out how they're going to do with the side. Against Spain, I really would go for sure with the more experienced keeper. I mean, Spain is Spain. I would go with Zander Clark against Spain, but this first game, I think you kind of want to reward. Angus Gunn had his options, and he chose to go with us, and then on merit, earned his place here. Reward him for his effort to get in this. He has earned it, and I think Cyprus and Georgia are two games where you play players that we wouldn't normally have in, and so I think he has earned on merit, like you said, he's here on merit. He has earned his chance to go and play for us against Cyprus. So I would start him against Cyprus, but I would easily say go with Zander Clark against. I'd go Zander Clark against Spain, unless we see Gunn absolutely have a blinder against Cyprus where he is just sitting on his head. If he pitches a clean sheet and has made like half a dozen saves, I think you still go with Gunn against Spain. if he lets in a goal or he only has a couple saves because he's not been busy, then I think he goes Zander Clark against Spain. You get the experience, but you have to give him a shot to show his stuff, because what if he is fantastic and he is our answer to the goalkeeper problem after the retirement of our great goalkeeper who delivered us to the European Championships last time. We need that kind of player back in. I'm shocked by it too, but he could be the answer. And like you said, he's
no, that's not what I was shocked by. I was saying, like, sorry, Conan, that I'm saying I'm shocked by the fact that we've named 2 younger goalkeepers plus Zander Clark in that sense.
Yeah.
Like I was actually expecting to a degree. I thought John McLaughlin would still get in the Scotland squad as experience. Like John McLaughlin has always been a good goalkeeper. To a degree, he actually delivers when we need to. I don't think any points you've made there about Angus Gunn are poor in any sense. I actually do agree. I just think, is there really the time right now to stick him in when normally for a first tournament where you actually have 3 new goalkeepers, you normally go with the experienced goalkeeper regardless. I don't think Steve Clarke is going to be bold enough to go and put someone junior to Zander Clark in goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's going to go, all right, Zander, you're the first goalkeeper listed, but I'm actually going to go with the second. I'm actually going to go with Angus Gunn. I don't see it happening. But the one thing that I will give Angus Gunn more to than Zander Clark, I think we'll all agree on this. I think Angus Gunn is more confident in goal. I think he's more confident actually coming for the ball. Zander Clark is more of a shot stopper, and I think shot stopper wise, that's going to be against Cyprus, no problem. Against Spain, if necessary, that's maybe where we need to, because then you're going to be like shit, we've got players come at us. Let's actually get a goalkeeper out there. But if we have to do
it's kind of a David De Gea style versus a.
This is the thing. That's where we're at.
But I feel like I get it. I get he's the first one listed, but I think you go in his ear. If I'm Steve Clarke, I'm going in his ear because Maisie even says if these aren't the games that you give debuts to, when can he? You go in his ear and you go, hey, you go, hey, I've gotten Gunn in here. You're the number 1, he's the number 2, but he's earned his spot here, and I want to give him a reward in a debut to show that I have confidence in him. Mm-hmm. But I want you for Spain because I think you are the more experienced keeper, and I think you are the better person in between the sticks for Spain. So I would even have it off the bat. As soon as you have that first meeting, go, look, I did name you my number 1, but I need my number 1 to be a Spain.
You've convinced me.
I'm gonna say this now. For me, I think Angus Gunn starts tomorrow. I haven't been totally convinced of Zander Clark. I thought he was a good keeper at St Johnstone, but just recently, sort of form at Hearts has really sort of been a little bit up and down, a little bit. But that's not his fault because obviously he's had to come into, a situation where
more Hearts.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Zander Clark. I feel sorry for Zander Clark. I do. Because he hasn't really had this chance. Because obviously he's had to challenge Craig Gordon, David Marshall, and obviously at points as well, Alan McGregor as well. So this is where I think that I think on current form, I think Angus Gunn is probably the better of the 3. Liam Kelly, I don't think Muller have been great. And this is the thing as well. I think this is the kind of game where you give Angus Gunn his debut. I really, really do. Now, you watch Italy last night against England. That was practically almost a completely new squad, if we're being totally honest. I didn't really see any of the old guard there. Whereas us, we've got sort of experience now. We've got young players coming through. So I do feel sorry for obviously Zander Clark because he has been there or thereabouts. He always gets picked in these squads. But I just think with the form at the moment, I think Angus Gunn is definitely the best pick. So
I think
David Marshall though. It still makes me sad seeing no David Marshall in these squads. After all he's done, I get that he is perfectly within his rights to hire from an international competition and want to be done. But it still makes me so incredibly sad to not see him in the squads anymore.
Like I say there, like I say there in the same to Maisie as well. Like I don't disagree with any of the points he's making about the goalkeeper. I don't disagree. I like Angus Gunn, and it was by my comment when I said he's got in this team based on merit alone. He has got in this based on merit. If he was still playing at Southampton, he would be nowhere near this team. Nowhere near.
Yeah.
But when you
definitely.
look at it, from an honest perspective, and the only reason I'm saying Zander Clark is just because he has the one thing on Gunn that Gunn doesn't have, and that's just that experience. But if he does get the start tomorrow, I'll be looking forward to it because he is 27, which is great. That could lock down the position for 6, 7, 8 years, depending on what comes next. That's fine with me. Like I'd be happy.
He could be our next David Marshall. That's the thing that I really am interested in.
I don't want
He
to
could
put
be
on
the next
comparisons
Marshall.
because David Marshall is a totally different goalkeeper.
Oh, he's a totally different goalkeeper, but I'm saying just the reliability and the consistency where he's going to be starting with us now, and he'll be like David Marshall, where when he retires from international football, it'll be at 39 after having a fantastic career as a Scotland netminder.
That's true, and I love that comment. We'll
Fingers
see.
crossed, mate. Fingers crossed.
I just, I'm just not sure. I mean, I would, if it was up to me, I would have a very young squad. I know it sounds cynical, but I'd have a very young squad tomorrow. But like,
I don't think we need to. I mean, I don't think a lot of our old heads need to be played.
Yeah, like maybe 3 or 4, but like, I just think he's going to go with as much experience as he can. Not that it's a bad thing. You want to start the first game strong anyway, but if he does put Angus Gunn in starting lineup, I'm not going to be opposed to that. The only thing I don't want to see tomorrow is Tierney and Robertson in the same lineup.
I just don't want to see McLean and Armstrong purely because I just think I don't think
if they start then making.
We don't need wingers. We have no wing. I would say this: if we had something, if Ryan Gauld could be a consistent left wing talent for Scotland, I'd say maybe stick with the wingers because that's his way in. But right now, his way in.
Mr. B for Life says, "Did you listen to the panel? We actually have a decent Scottish player in Hickey at Brentford. Just wish we had Tierney on the opposite side. Liam Kelly come up with the ball. No, thank you. Goalkeepers need to start games where they feel more comfortable and see if there's a potential for being number one. Mm-hmm. Not about experience in these qualifiers, about form for me. Yes, exactly. Question for Reece: does he think Italy aren't the force they used to be, or does he think they still have the makings of a decent team?"
All right. I for one thought Italy didn't play bad yesterday. This might sound funny, but I don't think Italy actually played bad against England at all. I think the one thing you've seen there is you saw a ready-made team that is managed by a fraud in Southgate, up against a squad that's actually coming in like bold and fresh. The likes of Barella and Jorginho were still in the squad. Like it's still a relatively good team. They're Donnarumma, Di Lorenzo, Bastoni. You've got these players that are actually good for the squad that are going to be there for the long haul, but you're adding in Retegui. Like it's his first start as a young striker. Like and the fact he scored as well. Like bear in mind that's his first ever Italy start, and he scores.
Yeah,
now, I know England fans are like, "Oh, we got our revenge." You didn't really get revenge though, because to get revenge, you need to lift a trophy. Italy won a trophy.
You didn't do shite. You got 3 points, but you didn't do shite. It's common. It's the English mentality, Reece. It's the English mentality. This is why I'm going to use another example.
This is why I'm going to use another example. About there's some fans who say like Germany got revenge over England in 2010 when they beat England 4-1. No, Germany got their revenge over England when they won Euro 96.
Yeah,
they beat England on their home turf and then went and won the final. That's revenge.
Yeah.
Not 2010. That was just beautiful. England getting revenge over Italy is England actually beating Italy in a tournament final. That's revenge. You got a good result yesterday. I will give you that. But this Italy squad is still getting there. They've still got the right manager. I know a lot of people want Mancini out. I don't. I think to get rid of Mancini now would be, I think it'd be pointless because you need an experienced manager who's actually very tactical to let this squad grow. And bear in mind, you've still got some top talents in there that is something. Yeah, I see. That's the difference. You think
I was about to say what Maisie was saying there. England got revenge on England. That's quite something.
That's bang on revenge comment because it was 2 games where the only thing on the line was the next stage, getting through, and that's what they did. So that's perfect example there. So like, but they should stick with Mancini, let him build this squad. The 4-3-3 is ticking. They just need to find a natural left-footed left back that's actually good and just keep the solid midfield and just stop picking Ciro Immobile. No problem. Stop picking Ciro Immobile. Hope Scamacca can remember how to play football and not get injured. And then you've got an Italian squad to build around. Italy are still going to Euros. England are still going to Euros, either way. But this young Italy squad is not the team that went 37 games unbeaten. But it's an Italy squad that's still good enough to do so.
I forgot that game was tonight. I did actually forget that game was tonight. What is the score? I'm guessing it's 0-0 then. I'm guessing it's 0-0.
Are Liverpool losing?
Law England are terrible. God compelled Mr. B.
I have to disagree with Ravi. I'm actually going to defend England once in my lifetime. I don't think England are terrible. I just don't like them.
Yeah.
I think they've got a fantastic team. I hate to say it.
I think Scotland always will say that. They have a fantastic team, but we just don't like them.
Yeah, I think their team is one of, like, it pains me to say this, but they've got one of the best teams in international football. Like, they do. Like, from back to front, they've got such a fantastic team. I just don't like the English government, and I just don't like their manager, and I just don't like the whole bollocks you get when it gets to an international tournament. Just be humble, and then if you don't win the tournament, then you go and fucking try and win the next one, and then fail at that, and then you do it again, and fail at that.
Yeah, how nice is it to finish above England in the Six Nations this week?
Yeah, I don't like your government. I like you. It's okay.
More than like I'm still riding the high finishing third above England in the Six Nations.
Being a good team is winning trophies, exactly. So if you win the World Cup or if you win the Euros, then it proves you're a good team. And you go to the final playing some good football.
Connor, I believe you're having to head off shortly.
I'm in my lunch break. I gotta go get the food.
Shocking. Fraud.
No, I do. I appreciate you joining us. I'll probably be doing a Spain preview on Monday as well. So if you're free for that, you're welcome to join us again.
Absolutely, glad to see you guys again. Glad to talk about Scotland again. I'm gonna go. Honestly, I'm gonna go a little bit of a jammy. I'm gonna go 4-1 for Scotland tomorrow.
4-1. Ooh, 4-1. I would take that.
I think this team is healthy. This team is ready to go. They are now seeing that their manager is fully committed to this squad because he's now committed for another 4 years with us. I think they're going to want to show Steve Clarke that he's made a good decision in staying with them. And I think they want to make a statement against Cyprus saying, hey, we barely missed the World Cup. That means that we are not someone to trifle with. We are not someone to be taken lightly. And they're going to want to show Spain. Spain's going to need to be on their A game against us because we are no longer the pushovers that we were 5 years ago. You're no longer pushovers. They're going to want to show that. 4-1 is going to show the world we are ready to really be serious, a serious soccer country again. I'm going to say soccer because it was 1-1 against England, so I can say that. But
it's good to see you, mate. Love you, mate.
And also, I think this is where we really stake our claim that we are a team to not be messed with.
Yeah. Take care, mate.
Winnable. I'll say that to.
Take care. We'll see you later. Take care.
Cheers.
See you, buddy.
Cheers. Yeah. So Maisie just said soccer. No.
I love Maisie. Yeah. She's the fucking best. Like she is. Like
yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be a big discussion that anyway. But we'll move on. We will move on. Scotland Cyprus head to head. 7 games, 7 wins, Reese. And usually when we beat them, it's usually very, very tight.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a very, very tricky group for Cyprus. Let me just say that. But they do make it difficult for us tomorrow. So we are going to have to be on our A game tomorrow.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I think the one thing that really is effective is that history on our side, but I'm not going to get carried away with this because records, unfortunately, are made to be broken. And the more we get carried away by the fact that, oh, we've played them 7 times, we've beat them 7 times. It just gives me the feeling of 8th time they're going to beat us, aren't they? And I'm like, no, I don't want to get that in my head. But I like the fact that there is one proud record that we do have over a football team, and that, like, even if it's Cyprus, I don't care. Like, it's something I'd have in a heartbeat. But like, it will be tight. The fact that Connors went bold and said 4-1, it's like listening to Vincent saying, like, Man United are going to win like 8 or 9-0 every single game. I mean, like, you want to see it happen, but it's not going to happen. We're not going to score 4 goals. Let's just reaffirm that right now. Scotland are not going to score four goals against Cyprus. We might score 3 against Cyprus, but we're not scoring 4. It's going to be so tight. It's going to be about, can we take our chances, and also can we get the ball playing quickly up the field?
Yeah.
Recent games we've certainly been doing that.
It shall be very, very intriguing tomorrow, because the last 3 games have been 2-1.
Exactly.
There was famously a 6-0 game in an FA Cup in a World Cup qualifier in 1968, I think it was.
68, yeah. We did have some big results in the 70s and the 80s as well. But...
Yeah, we did. There's no soccer and football. Mr. B for life and Hella are just like speaking Norwegian, so I don't. I wish we had actually had to translate, because I don't actually know Norwegian, unfortunately. But Mr. B, it's great to see you're learning Norwegian, I've got to say. Trust me, Ravi, in America I said it like 10 times. Maze, you could bet sounded funny in the Manc accent, like a sore thumb. Yeah, absolutely. Now, I am going to ask you this very, very serious question. Do you know any Cyprus players? Because I've looked at their squad, and to say the very, very least is that it's the very aging side. Let me just say that. The only player I can look out for is Alexander Gogic. That's the only one I can see. I forgot he was even Cypriot, to be honest with you.
I thought he was long retired, Gogic. I know of him. He's well revered in Cyprus. But apart from the rest of their squad, like, no. It's a shame, really. I know fuck all about them. I only know about Gogic. But
it is a shame.
That's what makes it worse, when you know nothing about them. Like, actually, to be fair, it doesn't. Actually, like, it makes it more fun, because when we get to Monday and talking about the Spain squad, we can talk about Spain for ages, because like, we know the Spanish team inside out.
Yeah.
When you talk about Cyprus, you barely know them. And the same when it comes to Georgia. Handful of players there. Only one Georgia player stands out, and we are going to get fucked by him. We are going to get ruined by Kvaratskhelia. He is going to rip us a new one. He's scoring a hat trick against us. I'm saying it now. Kvaratskhelia scoring a hat trick against Scotland. Like,
yeah, it's going to be very, very intriguing, to say the very, very least.
I think a lot of people are forgetting. I think a lot of people are forgetting that Kvaratskhelia is Georgian. Like, don't forget, this guy is the best left winger on form right now. He's the best left winger in football currently, and people forget he's Georgian. Like, this guy is going to do what Mkhitaryan does for Armenia. He's just going to carry them. They're not going to go anywhere, but their goals or anything is going to come through him. He's such a quality player. I'm looking forward to it. But Cyprus.
We will speak about, obviously, now we will speak about the group. We will speak about the group, and then we'll get to the starting 11s, and then we will get to our match prediction. But
can I just say, Maisie's spot on. That comment there by Maisie about Australia is bang on the money.
Yeah, that is very, very true.
Absolutely.
This is when the group was made, right? When the group was made, I thought, right, Spain, okay. Norway, we haven't had Norway for a long, long time. They haven't qualified since Euro 2000. Sorry, Hella, I know you're in the chat.
Last Scotland game I was at live was actually fun enough against Norway.
Was against Norway, right? How confident are you for getting out of this group? Because bearing in mind, we do actually have the birth of a playoff if we don't qualify.
I'm going to be honest, and I done it on the World of Football podcast on Monday when I hosted it. I actually think we're finishing third in the group. I actually think we're finishing third, and I'll take it. But the reason I have us finishing third is purely because of the playoff place. I think we're not going to deliberately rely on it. We're not going to do that. I think we'd be very stupid. I would rather we try and get automatic qualification. But when you look at our squad, like, it's a very hard-working squad. It's well drilled. We do score goals. We don't concede a lot, but there are tendencies where we will concede in games where it'll be like 3, 4, or 5. We've had that over the past couple of years, but it's very spaced out for results.
Yeah.
But when you look at the Norwegian squad, like, if they keep Erling Haaland fit, if Alexander Sorloth stays fit, if they keep Martin Odegaard completely free on the ball, I don't think we are getting past Norway based on that trio alone. That trio alone, literally, it's actually, in my opinion, it's actually the best trio in the group. It's better than Spain's front three. Sorry, Nippon, I know you're in the chat. I know Spain are your second team. And when you look at the Spanish midfield, Martin Odegaard, in my opinion, is better than any Spanish midfielder, apart from maybe Sergio Busquets. I don't like Pedro's brilliant, but he's a little bit over the top. Gavi, 100%, his confidence is gone now. The fact that he's going to be put back to being a youth player, which is absolutely disgusting in my opinion. I feel very sorry for him. Martin Odegaard is one of the best players in the Premier League. Like, he is. And so I'm like, when you look at it, and Sorloth as well, like, he was good at Leipzig, he was good in Turkey, he's very effective for Sociedad. He's going to be... I'm going to bring this name up, and I'm sorry to everyone in the live chat, but he is like this. He is going to be, to us, what Patrick Schick was at the Euros. Like, he is that type of striker. He lapses onto chance. He's a big physical striker. And if he gets a chance, he is likely to take it. And we have to be very careful. So I'm saying it in that circumstance. I do think if we get 4 points off Norway, then I think we'll finish second.
Yeah, I think it's all about the home games for me.
We have to win them, or at least get a draw.
I don't think we win in Spain. I don't think, as much as it pains me to say, I don't think we win in Georgia, because our record in Georgia is absolutely shocking.
I think the best case scenario is a draw in Georgia. I think we'll win in Cyprus. I think we'll win in Cyprus.
Yeah, I think we'll win in Cyprus. I think it's just all about the home games. If we can get, I would say, about 3 out of 4 wins, then I think we look pretty much nailed on to, get second or third. It's just, I think Georgia are a team. They're a bit of an unknown sort of identity, especially with obviously Kvaratskhelia, who's ripped up Serie A.
Yeah.
I do think though, the main worry I have for Norway, and I don't know if you'll agree with this, Hella, is keeping Haaland fit. And it's whether or not you get the service to Erling Haaland. Because let's be honest, Erling Haaland can win a game of football on his own. He can win a game of football on his own. But my main concern is, can he stay fit? And especially with this Champions League game against Bayern Munich coming up, that is going to be so important. And obviously now Holland is missing the game tomorrow against Spain. Now I look at that, and I'll already look at it. If that was to finish in a draw, I think that would be the best possible result for us, because we could go into the Spain game knowing that we only lost 3-2 against Spain the last time. I think many people forget this. We only lost 3-2 at Hampden. Yes, it was still a loss, but we gave them a good game. We gave them a good game. So, yeah.
It was one of my favourite games to watch. As a Scotland international. It was one of my favourite games to watch, even though we lost to Spain 3-2. We were really good. We were lucky to lose. It should have finished 3-3, in my opinion. Hella's already expressed her big concern. Goalkeeper. She says they've got the worst goalkeeper in the group.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know who the Norwegian goalkeeper is, but that's quite an interesting thing. If that's a problem for Norway, then we'll find out if Spain exploit it.
Let me have a wee look then. Because I did see Norway's squad actually. Because obviously we both speak about.
If their goalkeeper is bad, then that says a lot.
Oh, they've got the keeper who basically almost relegated Aston Villa.
Oh, they've got. I've just seen who else they've got. Nyland.
Yeah, that's what I was on about. Nyland.
He's a shit goalkeeper. Oh, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for any Norwegian. He is absolutely gash.
Yeah, I would definitely be worried if I was obviously Norwegian, and
let's exploit it then. Exploit him.
Yeah. Big crosses into the box for obviously Dykes, obviously Shea Adams to attack, and I think we can do it all. I'm really looking forward to that. I know that is our last home game, Norway, but I think it's imperative that we get maximum points out of Cyprus. It's imperative we get maximum points out of Georgia, but I think we get 3 points against Georgia. I think we probably beat them at Hampden, but then away, I would be very, very, And if we get anything from Spain, then it's an absolute bonus. It's an absolute bonus. But I think the fact that we've got the playoff to fall back on, if obviously we need it, but I actually think it's between us and Norway to get second. I'm going to say that now. I do think it's between us and Norway to get second. No, definitely not.
I'd be very surprised if Spain do not win this group.
I would be amazed. I'd be amazed. Let's go into the chat because I have obviously neglected the chat, so I do apologise. I do apologise for that. Hella's gone 2-1 to Scotland rather than Hella. Yes, B. Good evening, Nipun as well. Hope you're good, my friend. Nobody knew much about Australia, and yes, exactly. They were very, very good. Big up to my two favourite Scots. Thank you very much. Lots of Russians immigrated to Cyprus when the war started. Keep that in mind, guys. Interesting. He is terrific, but people don't always do well in the international. Cough, cough, husband Valverde.
Let's not go there.
Yeah, let's not go there. I was so disappointed in how bad Uruguay were. Definitely.
Have you seen their squad, by the way? Have you seen their squad? Uruguay's latest squad. It's actually really good.
Was that?
Yeah, you should take a look. I actually really like it. Love it, Maze. Thank you. See,
I think so. Hella says it's facts. Yeah, the thing about Norway not qualifying in the 2000 Euro 2000, yeah, that's bad. That is very, very bad. Hi, B Maze Hella. Everyone is saying hello to everybody. Wayne Gum says we'll qualify automatically, finish top 2 in the group. Okay. Is Scotland good these days? Ravi, we're an ever improving site, I would say. Yes. I think we've made Hampden a bit of a fortress, I've got to be honest. I think we have made it a bit of a fortress. But I'm not underestimating Cyprus tomorrow. It is going to be a very, very difficult game. And we just need to be on our... If we manage to get...
It's 2-0 France after 9 minutes.
Is it?
Hell's just put in the live chat. France 2 up after 9 minutes. The Dutch have the shits after a dodgy curry.
Oh my gosh!
I said this on Monday. France, Republic of Ireland, top 2. Holland are finishing 3rd because I don't rate Holland the way they're at right now because they don't play the football they should be playing and they don't play 4-3-3. I don't rate Holland of getting out
Sky Sports has interviewed manager Matt Beard on the game so far. 20 minutes, I've never seen anything like it. Our biggest issue is having the absolute worst goalkeeper in the group. Good evening tonight on the chat and all the mods on the panels. Maze, we're going to ask you, is that necessary to interview the manager of the game is going on? No, it's not Ravi. Haaland is hardly ever fit for Norway, Douglas. We're used to playing without him. We have some great young up-and-coming players. I just think he may be too soon. Nealon, I did see that. Mays next time will interview your boy Skinner next time on Sky. Skinner doesn't know what kicking the ball is like. Never mind interview about what's happening in the game. Niall says has to be Angus Gunn in goals. Liam Kelly is a Millwall fan. Won't be the answer. Interesting. Mays, I thought you enjoyed Skinner's interviews. I don't watch it, Ravi. He talks a pile of shite. France 2-0 up after 9 minutes. The Dutch have the shits after a dodgy curry, I heard. Yeah, apparently...
that analogy is beautiful. Dodgy curry.
Yeah, apparently... Gakpo, Botman... Yeah, they've got a virus, I think, both of them. 2-0 Scotland, says Niall.
I rate the squad. They just don't
Oh,
play
it's 1-0.
4-3-3.
That's 1-0 Everton.
They're
Great.
playing you, aren't they?
Yeah, they're playing us. Hello, chat. Captain Gabby George scores for Everton, who's made the 100th cap today. You can't please anyone, lads. There will be some Scotland fans who still want to accept Steve Clarke as a manager when he goes to Euros. Hello, chat. Hello, Mays 1-0 down. Ravi was a cracking goal.
I think you got to bear in mind, Niall. I think you got to bear in mind, Niall, is the fans that want Steve Clarke in are the fans that were happy they got us to the Euros, right? So myself and Doug are happy that Steve Clarke got us to the Euros because it's the first time since World Cup '98. No problem. I'm sceptical of Steve Clarke because, again, there's no Ryan Gold in the team. So we're already a proper number 10 down. There's no wingers in the team. Like, what is he trying to prove with the squad? Like, it lacks that fluidity to play a wider system, which we're known for. So it looks like he's going to play compact by the looks of it, but I'm just sceptical of that sense. I know May's put a comment earlier on saying Moyes hasn't been great this year, and I said David Moyes is the only one I'd choose. Steve Clarke is in the job. Fine. He's got until after World Cup 2026 if he gets there. And I say if because we know Scotland. I want to see him properly make this team more attack-minded, even though we're still very good defensively. I want to see wide players being used properly. Kieran Tierney to be dropped to the bench, or Andy Robertson, preferably Kieran Tierney because he's more injury-prone than Danny Welbeck in his entire career. And I would rather that we played with a team that actually is more fluid on the ball. So no Scott McTominay. Are we going to do it? No. Steve Clarke does raise a lot of questions. Just like belly scratch and stuff. But we need to see how it goes. Like, I'm just not sure. And to answer your question, no, I wouldn't play Lewis Ferguson just yet. I think it's too early.
Not ready. Hella says, what's with Griezmann and the vibrant pink hair?
No idea, but you know what? It's electric pink. It's electric pink. It's not. Sorry, it's candy pink hair. It's candy pink, and I'll actually say this in the nicest way. Antoine Griezmann actually suits it. He actually pulls it off. It's the short classic haircut he had from Real Sociedad. You know, the short hair he had flicked across. It's that same haircut with the pink. I actually think he suits it. Not gonna lie. So shout out to
Niall, especially with Hella being from Norway. I think asking a Norwegian if you're going to back Norway when they play Scotland is
What a horrific question.
It is, but
how can you say get in the bin? Like, his hair actually suits him. That hair is minted.
So like, starting 11. This is where it gets very, very interesting now. So we'll do this together, right? So instead of obviously what you would do, or obviously what I would do, let's be joint. Do we think Angus Gunn starts tomorrow?
You lot convinced me. Purely, I was thinking experience might be the right shout, but you know what? Actually, and to be fair, Connor made great points. It was a great comment by yourself, and it was a great comment by Maisie, all tied into one. If he cannot play against Cyprus, then who does he play against? So I am going to go with that. So I agree with that. Angus Gunn and goal. Let's give him a chance. Let's give him a chance.
Right back, Patterson or Ralston? For me, I think it's Patterson.
See, I absolutely adore Patterson, being ex-Rangers Academy. But Coleman starts pretty much ahead of him in near enough every game. And he's not long back from injury, from what I do know. I don't think he's fully fit. I think Patterson's outstanding, but I would rather play it safe. I think we should go with Ralston at right back to start.
Okay,
I think Ralston should play purely because of the fact he's not as injured as.
I've just got a feeling that I think Patterson. I think Patterson starts tomorrow, but we'll go with Ralston. Right, centre backs. Who are you playing tomorrow? Because for me, I think Grant Hanley is going to be one of them. But is then the second one, who do we think is going to be? Now, I don't think it's going to be the new guy from Blackburn. I don't think it's going to be him.
I hope it's Porteous.
Porteous.
If I see Hanley and Cooper in that centre-back partnership tomorrow, I am going to Hampden Park. I'm going to Hampden Park and I'm going to find Steve Clarke. and I'll be having a few stern words. I do not want to see the old guard at centre back tomorrow. One of them, fine. Both of them, hell no. One of them is enough. So for me, I'm hoping Ryan Porteous. I think he's done really well at Watford. And I think Hanley is probably the better of the two. So yeah, Hanley and Porteous for me, I hope.
Hanley and Porteous. Left back, I think this is a no-brainer for me. It's Andy Robertson, because Kieran Tierney's just came back from injury, and we don't know how fit he is.
I don't think Kieran Tierney is going to get enough minutes in this entire qualifying stage. I think he's a great player. I think he's got a lot of capability, progress-wise. He's fantastic, but he's not going to hit Andy Robertson. I think we might need another left back overall instead of Kieran Tierney. I don't think Kieran Tierney is. Cheers, Bella. Oh. Thanks. Totally still climbs on the bed, just starts cleaning herself. Cheers. Fucking nightmare. Now, she's looking at you now, mate. That's the end of the score now. Like, I don't think Tierney's going to get enough time to play in the team. And I agree with the whole thing about Zinchenko. Like Niall's in the chat, I think he's already that permanent spot with Arsenal. So Tierney's humped. Robertson for me.
Robertson. Actually, I've just actually thought of something. Would you play a back four tomorrow or a back three?
I hope the hell we play back four. But it's Steve Clarke. Are we going to play 3-4-3 or are we going to play 4-4? Well, you want to do both then? You want to do both makeshifts and see how we do
it? Yeah, sure.
So my first centre back is most likely to be Scott McTominay.
I agree. Yeah. As much as it pains me to say it, yes, I think it probably will be. So McTominay, Hanley, Porteous, and obviously Ralston and Robertson as the sort of the full-backs. Then it's midfield. Who do you play in midfield? For me, John McGinn, hands down, because he's our best midfielder. And then I would say Ryan Christie.
Yeah, Christie and McGinn, easy. Get that going. And I think in a makeshift, and I'm going to annoy someone in the chat because we all know her hate about formations. Maisie, cough. I know you don't like formations. I actually think because we don't. Oh, Mbappe's just scored the third goal.
Bloody hell!
I know France are going to ruin the Dutch, so the red light district might be open tonight early. When you look at what we've got, you also in a way could we share screen the Scotland squad again? Just
yeah, sure. I'll get that on board. Yep.
I might have just had another wild idea. Yeah, I've just had an even wilder idea. Play 2 10s behind a lone striker. So we play 3-4-2-1.
Yeah.
McGinn, Gilmore in midfield. Actually, no, hold on. I like McGinn. Yeah.
I forgot about Billy Gilmore. About Billy Gilmore.
Billy Gilmore and McGinn in the midfield positions. Then there's 2 10s. I would actually say no, that's too far. Gilmore and I would go Gilmore and McGregor as the two. My 2 10s. My 2 10s are Ryan Christie and John McGinn. I would actually put McGinn further forward in the 10 role, and then up front I'd play Che Adams. So that's what I would do. Gunn, McTominay. Actually, no.
Hanley, Porteous.
I'm thinking Jack Hendry. Like, does he still get in the team?
Jack Hendry's pulled out. He pulled out injured a couple of days ago.
Stuff him then. So Gunn, Hanley, McTominay, Porteous, and then the 4 in the midfield. So we've got Ralston in that wide right on the right role. Gilmore, McGregor in the 2 central roles. Robertson wide left. And then the 2 10s behind the lone striker of Che Adams. I've got McGinn on the left side, Ryan Christie on the right. That's if we do say 3-4-2-1. That's what I would do, because we're not going to play wide players, and we can use the width of Ralston and Robertson.
My only worry about Che Adams is he's not quite the sort of the striker that he was couple of sort of months ago. Southampton is getting goals, don't get me wrong. Lyndon Dykes has been injured a few times as well. He has been injured. I think he had a bout of not malaria. Was it malaria or no pneumonia? I think pneumonia. I think it was. So again, it depends on how fit he is as well. But I think so. We're going to go Gunn, Ralston. Gunn, McTominay, Hanley, and Porteous with Robertson and Ralston.
Yeah.
Then midfield is going to be McGregor and Gilmore, and then McGinn, Christie, and then Adams.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
It's creativity. We've got two good midfielders in there. Gilmore, who's box to box. McGregor can do the defensive work, and then you've got Adams to a degree will get us a couple of goals. Niall, no, we're not bringing back Oliver Barney. We don't need shite. Liverpool just scored.
Hey.
That's actually now he's redeemed himself. Lawrence Shanklin's and Kevin Nisbet to a degree. I would have Shanklin's. Nisbet.
I think he's a bit limited. Kevin Nisbet.
Shanklin's. I would have had in the squad all day long. He's the top goal scorer in our domestic league.
Yeah, 100%. Let's go into the chat again, because I have obviously neglected the chat.
Imagine what Ollie McBurney in the Scotland squad though. Like that's the cause for
no, hell no. Right. He's the spot. I'll give him that. That's about Pacific Griezmann. Haha. Niall, have a guess. Scott McTominay centre back with Cooper, says Maisie. Sorry about the hell. Silly question answer to my own question. Yes, you're an Norway fan. Got to watch out for Holland and Arsenal's autograph. Well, Holland is injured, so he won't be playing tomorrow. Rennie, hello mate. I'm good. How are you? Hope you're good. Nathan Patterson. I think it might be Ralston, to be honest with you. Hey Maisie, how are you? McTominay will play the back with Liam Cooper, says Niall. Would you not? No.
It's not working. It's not working.
You've got to play one of them. Look, Tierney has been good at left centre back in the past. Kieran Tierney has been injured. Now, Andy Robertson has played most of this season for Liverpool. Most of the season for Liverpool. Kieran Tierney has been injured a lot. Now, I do think Kieran Tierney is a very, very good left back. Look, I think he needs to make a move next summer. Sorry, Anthony. I know you're in the chat. Anthony Herbert, big Arsenal fan. I do think Kieran Tierney needs to move on for the sake of his career, because Zinchenko has completely bolstered down that left-hand side. But maybe he feels settled in London. Maybe he feels settled that he might not want to move on. But no, for me, I think Robertson is a shoo-in tomorrow, and obviously he's captain as well. So definitely, Holland will hopefully be fit for the next round. Hey, how are you? Even the jock should have too much for Cyprus. Hidden Porteous might start Watford fans comparing him to Scottish Bobby Moore. Bloody hell! That's.
I don't think Watford fans are that insane. Surely.
Watford comparing Ryan Porteous to Scottish Bobby Moore. Jesus Christ.
No.
Even any old good thank you. Hope you've had a great week. Great thanks. Went to the gym. Nice. I don't think Tierney will start. He's just back from injury. I don't think he will get back in the Arsenal team with Zinchenko. Hi Rennie, I'm okay. How are you? Beautiful touch from the Dutch. Crap finish. Hello Maisie, you okay? Reece got Cat Slater on his bed. That's shocking.
No, I don't.
I'm great, thanks Maisie. Big up lads. I like Tierney a lot. Good player too. Yeah, he certainly is. I think we need to play two strikers. Cyprus will sit in and have 11 or 10 men behind the ball and make things hard for us. That's my main concern. But I think we can break them down with crosses. We know how very good Andy Robertson's crosses are, and to an extent, obviously Kieran Tierney is. But John McGinn is a very, very good midfielder to just break through that midfield of Cyprus. And We'll see. We shall see. As well, Mbappe 3. Yeah, it's 3-0 Holland. That's 3-0 France. Sorry, 3-0 France. God, Jesus Christ, lads! Can you see Cyprus scoring 1 goal in this game? Well, Anthony, when you were in, I know you weren't in the chat earlier. The last 3 meetings between Cyprus and Scotland have been 2-1 Scotland. So I think 2-1 might be a popular scoreline. I think it might be a popular scoreline. Meatball, Ryan, Crispy, Lewis, Ferguson, McGregor. Crispy.
I think I don't know. It's meant to be Crispy or what. Like some of these names are just. I just can't take that.
Yeah. Happy Gilmore's in the squad. Another one who doesn't play for the club much. Well,
nice pun. nice pun.
Niall, no, hell no, definitely not. One of the measures like Derby, get in. Kevin Nisbet, yes, I would agree with that.
Shankland's I would have had in. Shankland's 100% I would have.
George, hello mate. Hope you're good. Not seen you for a wee while. I'm good, Maisie. Redeemed myself when I sent with Bernie. Hi, George. Don't worry, Douglas. As long as you enjoy the show, yeah, thank you. I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow. I'm very much looking forward to the game. The Dutch are getting humped here. Yep. I know the Dutch are taking one hell of a beating. Newcastle will be a great club for Tierney. I know he's linked there. Yep. Let's hope Gunn isn't loaded in goal. Might be hard to find McTominay for this match as he's been doing a world-class Anne Frank hiding job since Fulham. Wow. Hello, George. Ravi says, drawing now. Hi, Hella. Holland are so poor. Well, I think Scotland will be 2-0 up at half-time, have an Iron Brew and win this 4-1. Funnily enough, Connor said 4-1 as well, Anthony. So... Maybe. It's the name of that American soccer guy used to come up with it on Facebook with these players. Soccer needs to be banned. 100%. 100%. Right, before we go, what is your score prediction for tomorrow?
1-0 Cyprus.
I know you don't mean that.
No, I don't mean that. I'm gonna go 3-1 Scotland.
3-1.
3-1. Nice start. +2 goal difference on the table. I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet. I don't think we're gonna get the 4 goals that Connor's hoping for, but I think we'll get. I think we'll still get 3. So let's just go for it. I'm hoping that we don't take Cyprus like mugs. Like we actually take this game very seriously. That's what I hope tomorrow. So 3-1, and I'll go typical McGregor thunderbolt. It's typical for McGregor. He always score a 40-yarder. I'm going to give Che Adams a hope that he scores because I really want to score, and he hasn't scored in a long time. I'm going to go Andy Robertson to score as well.
Ooh. Nice. For me, I think this is... I don't think it'll be comfortable, but I think we get the job done in the end. I'm going 2-0 Scotland, and for me, I'm going Super John McGinn to score because he seems to be our top scorer when it comes to qualifiers, doesn't he? He always seems to grab a goal.
We should do a Callum Patterson to John McGinn, to be fair. It would actually work.
Yeah, and I'm giving Lyndon Dykes a goal. I think Lyndon Dykes gets a goal tomorrow. From maybe a corner because our corners have been pretty good recently.
I'm just laughing at me. She's mugging off Ravi about soccer.
I can imagine. I can definitely imagine. Oh, sorry.
Actually, that'll tie into tomorrow. Actually, that's going to really help me tomorrow. Actually, for what I've got planned.
Yeah. Hi, Arpone. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're good. John Hansen, Hilton Niall. Czech Republic 2-0 up against Poland. Ooh, Fernando Santos' Poland. I'd imagine that Mr. Schickel. I'm not surprised either. And still not know between Sweden and Belgium. Interesting to say the very least. Mr. B for Life, copy me, I think, aren't you? 2-0 Scotland. Maisie, 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw.
Now,
Hella's gone 2-1 Scotland. Mays, they still call it Soccer Aid in the UK. I don't know. George Kyle's gone 2-1 Scotland. John Hand's gone 2-2 draw. 2-2. I'd like to think.
I'm having to do a Peter Parker right now.
What's that, Ravi? Hell, I said McTominay screamer. Wow. If McTominay scores tomorrow, I don't know what I'd do.
The last time McTominay scored a goal for Scotland, I'm pretty sure he hit it in the one place he actually doesn't have. He hit it with his dick. So it's not going to happen.
Aye.
He's not scoring. Like, I mean, it was actually a very helpful goal, to be fair, but
yeah,
scoring.
It beat Israel 3-2, I think, if I remember that.
Oh, we're not winning. We're not winning tomorrow. It's ruined. It's ruined. Ravi's just jinxed it. Fuck it. Change your score lines. I'm going 1-0 Cyprus. Fuck it. 1-0 Cyprus. I need to counter his jinx.
Shane's gone 3-0 Scotland. Mays, you're so shameless. Me, shameless never. Don't forget about voting poll. Close before you go. May's the most shameless person I know. I'm in the bad books. I'm going Scotland 3-1. You know the oh my God, Ravi.
Change your predictions, guys. Change your predictions. Counter jinx. 1-0 Cyprus. 1-0 Cyprus.
Maisie always are. My McTominay screamer is just anyone watching him, says George.
Tell you what annoys me. His fucking fan club. And I find it funny that he actually has a fan club. Like, he's an average player.
Scott McTominay has a fan club.
You've got no idea. Some of the names this guy gets for a nickname, and Belgium have just scored. So who scored the first goal? So who scored the first goal for Tedesco's Belgian side? I'm actually happy they've got a proper manager in Tedesco. I rate him.
Yeah. Just to let people know, there has been 19 votes in the chat. So I did ask before we did start, who should start in goal for Scotland tomorrow with Craig Gordon injured. 74% said Angus Gunn. 21% said Liam Kelly.
What?
Yeah. And only 5% said Zander.
Oh, fuck off. That's the worst person to score for a guy. Tedesco's first goal scores
Lukaku. I've just seen that. Yes, 5% said Zander Clark. So we'll end it there. I'm amazed that there's not a lot of people that have actually voted for what do we call it? Zander Clark. Very, very interesting. So
yeah, Maisie's right. He does get that nickname, by the way. I'm in the 21%. Oh, you're in the 21% that voted Zander Clark.
Kelly.
Oh, you picked Liam Kelly? No.
Now would have voted for Kelly, says George. That is very, very true. That is very, very true. Ravi going for Scotland means Cyprus is winning. 1-0 Belgium. I actually scream when I see Mick Zidane.
Yep, that is not a joke. I
love Scott, so shoot me.
I'm not
any part
violence,
but any part of the anatomy counts, Reese, but it would be difficult to cock one in from 40.
All I'm going to say, to quote Patrice Evra when I see like over the hill Scott McTominay praise, I'm not one to promote the violence, but someone deserves a slap.
I'm in the 21%. Lukaku can still score then. Now I would have voted for Kelly. And yes, I did. There we go indeed. But guys,
it's going well with the Superman emoji. That's how you know she's confident.
Yeah, absolutely. But guys, it's been a fabulous preview. Thank you very much to Connor for joining us at the start of the show. Reese, thank you very much for joining us. Tell the people where they can find you.
It's coming on screen for you guys now, but to everyone that knows me, hopefully anyway, you can find me at Devils Rising on YouTube, Twitter, and also on my Twitch, because it's all, to be fair, it's actually all been updated now, so everything is Devils Rising. Tomorrow, I'm actually doing another stream tomorrow. Funnily enough, the idea is actually, funnily enough, from Maisie, so shout out to Maisie. If anyone didn't see the World of Football podcast on Monday, it was actually a really funny show. We got through all the football content. Josh left early, so we decided, what can we do to end the show? We ended up starting getting into slang wars. We ended up just coming up like Welsh slang, Scottish slang. Maisie brought the Manx slang, and we just blasted in. We blasted into that whole slanging match. So tomorrow, after the Scotland game, Doug, you're more than welcome. Maisie, you're more than welcome. Yeah, that bloody word as well. Tomorrow we are actually doing a slang wars stream, and it's literally just everyone that's on has got to bring their own slang from your own representation, and we're just gonna have a fucking laugh, and it's pure carnage. So Doug, you're more than welcome to join from where you are. Like
I
just
will.
pure
I will.
comedy.
I will see. I will see what. I will see what I can do. I don't know.
It's hilarious, mate. It's just
I
hilarious,
don't.
mate. Like it just came out of nowhere.
I'll be honest. I don't know when I'll get back from Glasgow.
If you don't, it's fine. You can watch it back and just piss yourself.
Aye. What I will be doing tomorrow, though, is that I will be doing a review show to obviously match day one, and in the same video, I will also be predicting match week 2 predictions as well. So I thought we've obviously been Sunday, and obviously the game starting on Sunday. I thought probably better to do the review show tomorrow straight after the games, and then obviously predict the other games tomorrow. So that will be approximately probably 9:30. Just depends on obviously when the games will all finish, but I can definitely do that. And
we are kick off at 2:00 tomorrow, eh? 2:00 kickoff.
Yeah, 2:00. 2:00.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Aye.
But
So
before we do go, I will read a lot of your comments. I don't know what to read. Resub. Thanks for your information, Risa. We'll subscribe to your channel. Ganel.
That's
thanks, guys. Enjoy your evening. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your evening, everyone. And good luck to Scotland. I love Scotland when you're not playing Norway. Yes, absolutely. Everyone vote for Ganel Norwegians too. Nips and tatties. What are nips and ties? Neeps and ties. Neeps and ties are basically
turnip and potato.
Yeah,
you got neeps as well. Neeps are different, but of course you have got neeps and turnips and potatoes.
Yeah, ties are potatoes, and turnips and potatoes. Yes, absolutely. But guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with the review show. Tomorrow we'll look forward to that. I'm going to Glasgow tomorrow as well. Really looking forward to this. Hence why I brought this as well. So I'll be wearing that tomorrow. And we'll see if the Scots can get off to a winning start. And then on Monday we'll be doing a Spain Scotland preview for the game at Hampden Park. Another game which I'm going to go to as well. And Anthony says, "Good stream, Douglas. Good luck to Scotland." Thank you very, very much. But guys, thank you very much for watching. And the two of us will see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye bye for now.